The next best Carnival LR and a double rates banner are on their way, but when will they drop in your local time zone? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are taking a look at the TEQ Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and the AGL Jiren, two Carnival units that are heading to Global Dokkan here in less than 18 hours from the release of this video. So in this video, we are going to talk a little bit about them and when you can expect to see them on your game. After all, it is a double rates banners. That means 2 times the chances of pulling a featured unit on said banner. And it's an event that doesn't come around very often, you know, once, twice a year, maybe we'll get a banner like these. So when it does come around, it is very exciting stuff. So let's go ahead and let's start talking about when he is coming. So we can see here on the Dokkan Wiki, shout out to these guys, that it is adjusted to our local time zone. So 7 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time is when it is dropping. So that is roughly a little over 15 hours from the release of this video. So all we have to do is head on over to our handy dandy time zone converter and plug that information in, and we can figure out when this is happening in each of our time zones. So starting with December 11th, 7 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time is when it's releasing for us. When in JP, that is going to be looking like 2 p.m. on December 12th. They're a whole day ahead of us. So this is going to be for those of you who live in Japan. I know there's a few of you out there who actually do watch, surprisingly. So this is when it should be dropping for you. Hopping across the pond to the West Coast United States Pacific Standard Time, you're looking at 9 p.m. on December 11th as your release time, about 2 hours ahead of where we're at. A little bit over in Mountain Time, you're looking at 10 p.m. on December 11th. We're getting a little bit later, but still not too bad. Moving across a little bit more, U.S., we are looking at December 11th, 11 p.m. for Central Time. Finally, making our way to the East Coast from Florida up to New York, you guys are looking at a midnight on December 12th, one of the latest in the U.S., and I'm so sorry, but 7 p.m. seems to be the standard release time now that we are full synchro. Hopping all the way across the pond to Australia, AEDT. I'm not so sure if this is the correct time for Australia. If you're from Australia and you know better, please fill me in. But this is what pulled up when I pulled it up. We have 4 p.m. On December 12th, so 2 hours after Japan. In India, New Delhi, we are looking at 10:30 a.m. on December 12th, so a little bit later. You guys are well into your morning, into your school day, your work day, whatever it is. Now, with the add of Global Sync and the change in time, those of you guys over in Europe, you guys have been having a rough go of things when it comes to release times, right? In the UK, GMT, you are looking at a 5 a.m. drop time. That's a little too early, if you ask me. It used to be with some of these drop times before, you were looking more like 8 a.m., which is a pretty good time for getting up. 5 a.m., not so much for good for getting up that early. In France, CET, right? This goes for Germany and a few other countries as well. You were looking at a 6 a.m. drop time. Heading over to Asia in Thailand, ICT, you are looking at 12 noon on December 7th, or December 12th, so a little bit later there. Now, we do have some friends in Brazil. You're looking at 2 a.m. in line with one of the earliest drop times, and I am really, really sorry about that. As always, if your time zone is not on this list, feel free to comment it down in the comments down below, and we will try to add it into the next list. I always try to hit all of you guys. We have so many different fans from so many different places out there. Do always want to make sure I hit who I can, and it's a really easy tool to use, right? You see we have our main time that we have known, and all we have to do if we want to check on others is just remove, because we're at our max capacity here, remove a couple and enter them there. So I know there's quite a few of you guys out in the Philippines, so let's go Manila here. Okay, if we look here, we are looking at 1 p.m. on December 12th. Very, very easy tool to use. We do have some in Eastern Europe. So what is it? EEST, right? Eastern European Summertime. Or, oh, what happened there? All right, Eastern European Time, EET, because it's not summertime anymore, 7 a.m. on December 12th is what we're looking at. And, of course, we can just keep adding and checking and checking and checking, right? You can get any time zone you want, right? Say you live in Vanuatu for some reason, and you're able to watch this. We are, 4 p.m. December 12th. It's such an easy tool to use. I'll be sure to link it in the description down below, and you guys can check it out. But we will be seeing this Gotenks in just about 18 hours, along with a separate banner that contains AGL Jiren. So I just want to come back and talk about Gotenks real quick, right? I want to remind you guys just what we're dealing with here, right? This is the introduction to the 10th anniversary power creep. This is the level of LR we can expect, and we kind of already got a taste with it with the LR Gogeta. The LR Gogeta is likely better than this guy, and he sort of set the standard for what's to come with these LRs, and Gotenks does not disappoint, right? This guy is getting key 7 attack and defense 200%. He's getting an additional 77% when attacking, and an additional 77% when receiving an attack. He is also reducing damage received by 22% for 5 turns, and then getting an additional defense 77 and 33% when you're with Final Trump card, which of course you're going to have when you're running Gotenks, right? This is just other fusions. He's also getting key 1 per key sphere obtained, and an additional attack defense 100%. When key is 12 or more. He's also getting an additional 77% when 18 or more, and guaranteed additional attack. And then he's getting with his 24 key, another 77% attack and guaranteed critical hits, or when doing the active skill. He's also got a 50% chance of having a 777% defense proc when receiving a super attack, which basically means if he procs that, he's going to be tanking any super in the game. We're talking about a unit that is achieving, 4 million easy defense, right, with minimal effort. And then of course when he's got support and everything else working for him, right, he can get up to 15 million. Like, it's kind of crazy exactly how good he can get, right? This is the level of unit we're probably going to come to expect when it comes to the 9th anniversary. So, if you're looking at summoning on this guy, take a look at my Should You Summon video. It'll give you a good idea of whether or not I think this is worth it. Shorthand, I do, but long answer is it really depends, and you should be saving for the anniversary. But with that in mind, it will be dropping here at 7 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time, whatever that is in your local time zone. So, guys, that is it for the video. That is when Gotenks should be dropping alongside the AGL Jiren. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know, number 1, where is your time zone? We'll make sure we hit it in the next video. And will you be summoning for the LR Tech Gotenks? Let us know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.